The Golden Globes have always carried an energy that feels larger than life. Glittering gowns, flashing cameras, and Hollywood's brightest faces fill the evening with electricity. But this year, the spotlight stretched beyond fashion and trophies. A single moment captured everyone's attention. Two familiar names, Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, unexpectedly found themselves in the same space, caught between red carpet entrances and after-party encounters. For years, millions have followed their story through its peaks, heartbreaks, and turning points. At this ceremony, the past and present seemed to quietly collide. Selena walked into the evening with two nominations, one for Amelia Perez and another for Only Murders in the Building. Even more meaningful, it was her first official public appearance as an engaged woman, arriving hand-in-hand with her fiancé, Benny Blanco. The night was designed to honor both her career achievements and her personal happiness. That's why Justin's presence felt so unexpected. He rarely attends the Golden Globes, so spotting him there startled even Selena. And yet he was right there, sharing the same air under the same lights. Imagine standing at what should be one of the most joyful nights of your life, with the person who defined much of your past suddenly appearing nearby. That's the quiet, bittersweet moment Selena faced. She didn't react dramatically. There were no tears, no storming exits. But those nearby noticed a subtle flicker of emotion in her expression, proof that certain connections never fully fade. Still, Selena owned her night. Dressed in a dreamy light blue, off-the-shoulder gown that shimmered like a modern fairy tale, she radiated confidence. A dazzling Tiffany diamond necklace added to her aura of strength. Benny, sharp in a white suit, stayed close by her side. Their laughter and whispers weren't for cameras. They were genuine. For once, this wasn't about gossip or speculation. It was about a woman truly happy in love. What makes her relationship with Benny different is its stability. Past romances often felt weighed down by endless rumors and public scrutiny. This one feels grounded, built on trust, openness, and resilience against outside criticism. At first, many doubted them, suggesting Benny didn't carry the same level of fame as her exes. But time has proved their bond to be real and lasting. That's why Justin's quiet presence in the same room mattered. Selena was glowing, her joy unmistakable. Justin, meanwhile, kept his distance, avoiding attention and appearing subdued. Some thought he looked uneasy, as if reminded of his younger self, the boy who once played a role in one of the most publicized love stories of their generation. Selena and Justin weren't just another Hollywood couple back then. They were the couple. Every photo, lyric, and interview was dissected by fans hungry for clues about their relationship. It was youthful, passionate, and so intense that many thought it would last forever. But fame's constant spotlight, personal struggles, and heavy expectations eventually weighed them down. By 2018, the relationship was over. The breakup was devastating for Selena, leaving her in deep pain. Yet from that heartbreak, she found renewal. She has often said it was one of the hardest yet most transformative moments of her life, forcing her to focus on her health, her voice, and her strength. She learned that self-care isn't selfish. It's survival. While Justin moved on quickly, marrying Hailey Baldwin the same year, Selena took time to heal. That space allowed her to rediscover joy on her own terms and eventually welcome love again with Benny. The woman who stepped into the Golden Globes in 2025 was not someone defined by old wounds. She was a double nominee, a confident star, and a woman standing beside the man she now calls her future. That's what made the night so symbolic. Still, first loves leave traces. They don't linger because of unresolved feelings, but because they shape who you become. That's why her brief encounter with Justin was important. It wasn't about rekindling romance. It was about recognizing how far she had come. Yet, days after her engagement news broke, Justin unfollowed Selena on Instagram. In the celebrity world, an unfollow often speaks louder than words. To some, it felt like silently closing a chapter. Was it prompted by her engagement? Was it coincidence? No one truly knows. But it reignited conversation, because with Selena and Justin, the story never completely disappears. Their names always seem to resurface together, whether in a glamorous ballroom, a subtle social media shift, or simply in the shared history they cannot erase. Inside the ballroom, the energy was electric. Flashing lights, buzzing reporters, and fans straining for a glimpse. Through it all, Selena stayed steady, walking proudly with Benny, her transformation on full display. Years of public speculation had tried to define her, but on this night, it was her achievements and her joy that told the story. Justin, meanwhile, faded into the background, quiet and restrained. To many, he looked like a reminder of history rather than a headline of the present. Yet, even the smallest glance or moment of recognition between them was enough to spark reminders that history never truly vanishes. It simply rests in the background until something stirs it again. Of course, the internet noticed everything. Within minutes, social feeds filled with memes, theories, and debates. Some celebrated Selena's happiness with Benny as proof of her growth. Others picked apart Justin's behavior, searching for signs of regret or unease. The truth, though, is often less dramatic. Emotions are complicated, and when millions are watching, nothing is simple. By the night's end, Selena and Benny shone as a couple in sync, sharing private jokes, smiling for photos, and enjoying themselves without forcing anything. Justin stayed at a distance, respectful and quiet, carrying his own memories. The encounter didn't produce fireworks or scandals. Instead, it was a soft reminder of how much both had grown. They were no longer the teens swept up in a whirlwind romance. They were adults, shaped by lessons from their past, but moving forward in different directions. Naturally, online narratives spun in every direction. Some claimed lingering tension, others pointed to closure. But the night ended as it began. Selena radiant, engaged, and confident, while Justin returned to his life, his music, and his marriage. Perhaps that's what makes nights like this unforgettable. Beneath the glitter and cameras, the true story isn't about gowns or trophies. It's about those raw, quiet emotions that remind us what it means to be human.